Hello, beautiful souls. Today I'm here to do a collective tarot reading for the zodiac sign of Libra. So first of all, I'm going to connect to some angel cards. It's quite beautiful amethyst cluster here. This is just beautiful. Very nice for connecting to spirit guides and also bring spiritual protection. So first of all, I'll get straight into this reading for you, Libra. I'm going to shuffle these. They're called Angel Reading cards by Debbie Malone. And so basically, see if anything comes out here, just if there's any messages from Angel, just to like give us a bit of a vibe of what's been happening for you, Libra. See, Angel Spirit Guides, please bring me any messages I need for Libra. Libra, please, Libra. Messages for Libra, please, for the collective of Libra. Messages, these are very big cards for shuffling. Messages for the collective of Libra, please. Messages for Libra, please, from the angels. Angels Spirit Guides. Please bring me any messages here that Libra needs to know or will set the tone for their reading today. Oops, it's on the floor. Sorry. Okay, so we've had 3 cards falling out here. Let's take a look. Probably don't need all 3 of these. We'll have a look at them. So we've got, we'll read them anyway. The Angel of Inner Peace. Probably a bit too close. Angel of Inner Peace. Then we have the Angel of the Animal Realm. And we have the Angel of Strength. So what I'm feeling here for you, Libra, is that with the Strength and the Inner Peace, I'm feeling like, you know, you've maybe had a bit of some troubles lately, feeling a bit out of balance. And what the angels are trying to show you here is that you need to spend some time, you know, coming within in yourself to get some inner peace. Do some meditation, sit quietly, just really go within, just really feel your heart space. Same with the Strength, showing you here that you've endured much and the angels have had your back the whole way, and the universe always has your back, and they're just wanting to remind you that you are very, very strong. And with the Angels of the Animal Realm, you know, that's like saying, you know, it's a good time to, you know, really connect in with some animals. Think about your spirit animal even, you know, spend time with animals if you have them. Really, you know, just get that nice feeling. If you've got a cat, spend some time stroking it and just sitting there. Really try and connect in with some animals there. I can put up a post a later date if anyone would like, which will highlight some of the spirit animals and give a bit more of a detailed explanation on those. We all have a spirit animal connected to us. Mine is my foxy fox, is my spirit animal. Okay, right, let's get into some tarot now, Libra, and see if there's any messages here. Well, there are all messages here. There's messages here for everybody who's here watching. That's why you would have clicked on the video. But if things here don't resonate, then you can just leave them behind. Generally speaking, though, with a collective reading, you will find that a lot of messages here will resonate with you. So if you like my readings, quite new to this channel. So if you like my readings, I'd really appreciate it if you could maybe press the like button. Feel free to leave a comment. I'll reply to all comments. And also subscribe, please, if you don't mind. Then you'll be able to see when new readings come through, they'll get put in front of you to see if you subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Okay, let's get into this then, Libra. Messages here for Libra, please. Messages for Libra, please. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Death and Rebirth. So that's not bad. Queen of Swords is basically, she's like, the energy of her is very, she's very, in her head, she's very like mature with her thoughts. She's, you know, got the mental chatter quite under control. You know, look, she's quite chill how she's sitting there with her legs all up. You know, she's like, oh yes, like she's mastered her thoughts basically. And the Death and Rebirth, that is, as it says, Death and Rebirth. It means like one cycle of your life is fully closed out and a new one is coming in. It's like a transformation card. So like when the butterfly comes out of the caterpillar turns into the butterfly, it's that transformation. It's the same thing with the Death and Rebirth. It's like a complete transformation of something in your life, of yourself even. Right, let's keep going here, see what other messages we have for you, Libra. Messages here for Libra, please. Libra, please. Right, so we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords, again, it's another, the swords are all about what's going on in your mind, mental clutter, you know, the negative thought patterns that you might have. I'll just move this camera down a bit so you can maybe see the cards a bit clearer here on the table, if that helps any. Okay, you can't see me now. Actually, we'll put back up. Oh, that wasn't such a good idea. So basically the swords, yeah, they're all thoughts that you're having, thoughts running around your head. It can even be external thoughts, the way that people are projecting their thoughts onto you. With the Six of Swords, you can see that she's, like, previous to the Five is when there's, you know, quite a lot of conflict going on in your mind, etc. Cat's just jumped up, as always. With the Six, see, she's got the crows here, which are always the natterers. You will notice me doing this all the time about the crows. They natter on in your head with the negative self-talk. She's actually got them tied up to the front of the boat. So even though she still looks quite sad, she's coming out of stormy waters. She's got this mind a bit under control. Some of the other crows have flown away now, so she's starting to get it under control. So it's saying that, you know, with this transformation, you know, you're starting to get any thoughts that you may have back into your control, right? You're in control, you're the boss. Again, here, look, we have the High Priestess. She is very much for using her intuition. So with this transformation, yeah, with the Queen of Swords, I'd suggest that what's happening here for you is that, you know, you've probably been maybe struggling with some of your thoughts. With this card, the Angel of Inner Peace, you know, maybe you've been finding some inner peace within, doing some meditating, yeah, spending some time just sitting with yourself, letting those thoughts just clear away. Like, you know, you're really starting to get a grip now. You're getting a grip. Yeah, you're not letting the thoughts control your life, and you're not letting other people's, you know, what would you say, you know, when other people just like can't help themselves and they have to say something when they don't really need to, you know, negative stuff. It's not necessary. Oh, look, beautiful. So then you have the Sun card coming in. So really, this is a beautiful transformation from here, with the rebirth. You've got the Sun, which is one of the real happiest cards. It's like you're really feeling some abundance is going to be coming into you. You're feeling like you're letting go. You're feeling joy. So your arms up in the air towards the sun, the warm, beautiful. You know, it's a really nice energy there. Let's see what else is happening here. What else is happening for the zodiac sign of Libra, please? Today, messages for Libra, please. Libra, please. Messages for Libra today, please. Messages for our Libra today, please. Okay, so we have had some heartbreak here. We've had the Five of Cups, so feeling kind of like you've been, you know, left out in the cold, like you know, something's ended, you know, conflict. With this, it's like you know, you see she's sitting there and she's got this one cup here in her hand, you can see, and the other one's empty up here. So she's feeling like you know, she's just feeling like lost. It's like a lost feeling, but really there isn't a loss, because this to me is always like she's manifesting again. And you know, she's really her head's up. She's not like crying. She's not, you know, she's got her head up a bit here, and she's, you know, she's actually starting to feel her feelings a bit more here. Again, see, with the Six of Swords and Five of Cups, excuse me, it's showing that, you know, there could have even been some kind of relationship breakdown recently even, and you're just trying to get yourself around that. You're just getting your head around it all and your heart around it all. But you're doing nicely, because you've got the Sun here, and the Sun always shines a light of nice, warm, beautiful brightness. And you've got your intuition with your High Priestess as well. Always, 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 always believe your own intuition. It's never ever wrong. It's always right. You know that feeling that you get. Is there anything? Oh no, don't be silly. Be silly, because that feeling is your intuition. It's that little tiny voice that says, "Don't do it, don't do it." You know, that kind of voice. It's like it's your little gentle voice. That's your intuition. And you should always listen to that. And you might feel it in your stomach. You might feel it in your throat. You might hear it as a little voice. However it comes for you and your intuition. It might come through downloads, it might come when you're meditating, you know, it can come in many shapes and forms, but you'll get to learn if you start taking some much more awareness of your mind. You'll start to really feel and recognise where your intuition is coming in from in your body, and then you can start to recognise it more and work more with your own intuition there. Okay, Libra, let's see what else is happening here. So we have, okay, I'll just pull these quickly here so we can just get more of a look what's going on here. So we have, excuse me, we have a King of Swords also. So we have the Queen of Swords at the beginning, and then we have a King. So notice how she's got her back. She's looking that way. He's kind of looking ahead, but a bit over there. So it's like there's been a relationship here. There could have been conflict here with swords, you know, like the icy tongue, like saying spiteful words to each other, hurtful things. And this one, you know, she's sitting in stubbornness. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. This one, who's like, Mr. I'm cool, you know, Mr. Chill, you know, icy chill type thing. But, you know, it's like, I can see it looks like there's been a separation here with these cards. And then we have the Three of Wands here, which is quite a passionate card. But see how she's, you know, she's got her surfboard there. She's looking out. She's thinking, you know, feeling like wanting a break, you know, wanting, you know, let's just get out here for a while. Looking out over the water, wanting a bit of wanting something different, wanting a different beginning, just wanting to get away for a bit, even, you know, manifesting a bit of a, just take off for a bit, you know, a little holiday, a little break. Sometimes it's good. Then we have the Page of Swords. Now, he can be relating to another person coming in. He could be somebody who is watching you at the moment. Again, it's the swords again, so it could even be this person who's watching you on social media. It can also mean, because it's coming in with the Three of Pentacles, it can also show that you're like manifesting a new idea, something, you know, in business. You've got the light bulbs here, you've got, you know, the pad here. It's like, and the page, it's like a young energy, you know. So you could be like just fostering up a new idea, something to just, you know, a new start again with the rebirth. That it's very possible you could be doing that, or it could be that you've got somebody having a bit of a watch on what you're doing there. Take it as it resonates. Okay, let's see what else we have for Libra here. What else do we have for Libra here, please? Spirit guides, please give me messages here for Libra so we can have some clarity on what's happening for them, please, so they can have some clarity in their mind where things are heading for them at the moment. Okay, those two may fill up there. I'll just keep them aside for a second. Let's see. Messages for Libra, please. Any more messages for Libra? They're kind of like they're doing that thing where they ping, but they don't want to probably fall out. So we'll just see, this one was almost out. The Queen of Pentacles. Again, you know, if we put these in here with the Pentacles and Page of Swords, this is like, you know, see how she's got these little sprouts coming out of her head. She's got this coin here that she's just holding. She's not like clutching tightly to it. It's like she's just coming into that energy where, you know, she's got something new coming on. You know, she's got a nice abundant kind of mindset towards what it is that she might be creating there. Then we also, what flew out before, we've got quite a lot of port cards as well, which can determine like people, but it can also mean the energy that you're sitting in as a person. So take it as it resonates, as I say. We also have the Queen of Wands here. So the Queen of, you've got a few queens here. You've got the Queen of Swords, Pentacles, and Wands. You know, what they're saying really to me is that the Queen of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles is saying, you know, with this, you could be starting up something that's really you're passionate about. You know, maybe if you've just had a recent breakup or you've had some kind of conflict, you know, maybe you're putting your mind now away from that, from the emotions of that, and you're focusing more on what can I do, you know, what am I going to start up, you know, like a new hobby, a new side hustle, you know, something, a new career. It could be, you know, something that you're like wanting to build on, something you're wanting to create. And so with the Queen of Wands here, see how she's like wand in the air, hand here, it's like she's manifesting, the way she's sitting, she's manifesting something with these new ideas. So you've got new ideas coming in, and And it's basically saying that follow your passion. Yeah, whatever it is you're passionate about, that's where you should be following. Always. That's where you'll find your happiness. When you create from your passion. All these ones coming straight out. So we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man energy, he's, as you can see, he's like, there's one crow up at the top. So with the crows, they're like that nattering, either from other people getting in your head, you know, being nosy, interfering, that kind of thing, or it's your own mental talk where you've just got too much going on, overwhelm, that kind of thing. So here with the Hanged Man, so you can see that things might have gotten too much here, and so basically he's gone upside down, halo around the head with the crow at the top. So he's not listening to anything the crow says. He's getting a new perspective for himself. So here it's like you don't want to hear what anyone else has to say. You want to get the new perspective for yourself, and you want to make your own choices here. So you're just taking that time out to hang about upside down from the tree. But basically, you're just looking around from different perspectives, from upside down, from this angle, different angles. Again, that can be towards this new startup that you're doing. You could just be looking at different angles, looking at different ideas, tossing things around, the ideas, passionate, and then you're just thinking, what am I going to do? Let's get it all into perspective before we really jump forward. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling there. Okay, let's clarify some of these other cards for Libra, please. Okay, let's clarify, please. I want to clarify all these queens. Right, there's 3 queens out here, so can we clarify these 3 queens, if they're people or if what are they here? Boom, boom. So we have, so we have the Ace of Swords, which is, the Ace is always a new beginning. So it's like, the Ace is a new beginning. I think we had the Ace back here, actually. Let me have a look. I know we had a sword down here, which was like, well, you've got, no, we didn't, sorry, my mistake. But with this new beginning, this is like the transformation card, death of one era and start of a new one. Same with this, it's the beginning of something new. So it's the beginning of something new where you're going to be putting your mind to it. Here we go with the swords here. Something where you're going to be using your mind, something's going to keep you occupied in the mind. It's going to, probably really help you with your mindset, keep you having much more clarity in your thoughts. It's just like a whole new beginning there for your thoughts. And then you also have beautiful energy here because you have the Empress. You see, she's like sitting in a field, like, like when it's harvest festival time, and you've got the Empress sitting there, and you're getting all the bales of hay, and it's all that beautiful time of the year. It's like she's nurturing the field, she's nurturing things to grow. Yeah, often in some of the cards you can see, I think in this one you can't quite see, but in some of them, like, she's pregnant, but she's got the world in her belly. So it's like she's nurturing something new, nurturing a new beginning, basically, which is what's showing up these other cards. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, that's like, it's kind of like you've gone past, any kind of feelings of lack in that way with the Pentacles. It's like starting to be generous. Yeah, so be generous with your ideas, be generous to yourself. It's like saying you're not going to have to be worrying about money, that you're going to have to be, holding it tight. There's going to be enough, if you know what I mean. So what it is that you're creating here is going to start to bring in, everything's blown away. You're going to start to bring in some income for you as well. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Libra, please. Let's clarify these cards for Libra. A lot of them want to jump out. It's like Spirit has quite a lot of messages that it wants to get over to you here, and I'll see they've had a couple of doubles come out, so I'll check those in a second. We'll just finish with these clarifying cards here for you, Libra. Okay. Messages for Libra, please. Messages here for clarifying for Libra to get them some clarity on this reading. Clarity on this reading, please. If there's anything that Libra needs to know moving forward. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands. So that's saying that you've had a lot of things, burdens. You've been through it all. You've been through all of it. Like 9. When you get to 10, it's like it's like you've got the whole burdens on your shoulders. When you're at 9, it's like they're all behind you now. So all worries and burdens or struggles and things that you've had in the past, they're all coming to an end now with the 9. It's like a wish card as well with the 9. It's like, it's all coming to a close. All of that stuff is all behind this girl now, not in front of her. She's just got one wand here in her hand, like she's in control. So that's a really good card. Then you have the moon. So the moon is like an energy of, it's a little bit of an energy of illusion, feeling like there's something that's not quite right around things, so you could have been having that. And then I'll suggest, with the High Priestess, any kind of feeling of illusion or doubt about anything that you have, always use your High Priestess intuition, because you have it coming through strong in your reading today, that you have got that intuition there and you need to like really feel it. Whatever's happening though, see how she's got that torch. It's showing that she can see the way through. She can see the way through the forest. It's all lit up. The moon's behind her. Anything that has been an illusion will always come out into the open. So if there's anything that's been hidden in any of this reading, like with regard to a relationship, or anything that's hidden, maybe like that you're not sure about going into a new venture, for example, or anything like that, everything will come out, because with the moon, everything becomes illuminated. Yeah, so all things come out. Nothing can stay hidden from the moon, basically. Then we have the Chariot. Again, this is quite a fast-moving energy with the Chariot. See, he's up on his white horse in the night, like he's off in the clouds and he's going. So it's like you're moving towards, and he's going in the future direction. So you're moving towards something, quite passionately, quite fast. So this new beginning, this new venture, it's something that you're working on, and it's just going to come in quite quickly. It's not something that's ages down the track. It's something that's coming in now, I think. And we'll just see if there's anything else here to clarify for you, Libra. If you have any questions about anything in the reading, you're more than welcome to make comments. If any of it resonates with you and you'd like to share, then please feel free to comment and I'll comment back. Even like if there's something in this reading that you're feeling like you maybe like it's really resonating, or maybe you want like one more card drawn, 2 more cards drawn, just send me a comment and I'm happy to draw you another 1 or 2 cards just to bring you a bit more clarity if you're feeling like you need that. I'm always open to helping in that way. Just drop me a comment, that's fine. And I'll message you back as soon as I get the message. Right, nothing else really wants to come out here. I'll just have a quick look. Right, so you're ending here with the Strength card, which is a beautiful ending, really, because it's just clarifying all of this, that, if there's been problems, you may not have had a relationship breakup, so to speak, but you may have had, some rocky roads in your relationship. Things might have just been not going very well. It's just saying, you've got the strength, you've been through it all, all of the hard stuff's done, you've got a new beginning coming with the Ace here. So, like, even if we've got, like, where are we? King and the Queen of, where have they gone? They're in here somewhere. The King and the Queen of, Swords. Even if there's been some kind of conflict here and you're still in a relationship together, it just means that there's just a lot of stubbornness going on here. What I suggest here, if this is a message for someone in particular, which it may be, is that you are being offered a new beginning in communication, basically. So, see, this could be taken for stubbornness in the way she's sitting, or not, I'm not doing it. He's like, well, why should I, step back. If this is you in a relationship with your partner and you're feeling like you're at some kind of stalemate through communication, and just know that I'll stop to on this. You have the strength cards here with you. You have the strength to have this new communication coming in, to have this new way of thinking, to have to even, to embrace new ways, to open up to one another if you're in a partnership and say, hey, come on, there is some struggles going on here. There is some stormy water still here, and also where's it gone? It's a bit windy, so things are flying around a bit. We had this as well, feeling a bit like some cups are empty. Like maybe you just need to spend some time filling up each other's love cups, doing some things together, spending some time together, reminding each other why you fell in love. things aren't going to be bad for much longer. See, the stormy waters are almost over. You're almost through it all. And with the Nine of Wands too, all that hardship's all behind. It's all coming to a close. There is a new beginning starting with this death and rebirth. There's a new beginning, you know, and here, as we had at the beginning, the angel of strength again, and the angel of inner peace here. You know, don't forget to love yourself. Don't forget to go within. You know, find your inner peace. Find your strength. The angels are always around you, and you know you've got strength twice here with both of these cards. You know, you're a very strong person, Libra. You're very strong. You know, and you'll always come through everything. You know, you're not one to give up. You know, these are. It's actually quite a good reading. You know, there is a nice new start coming in here for something that you know you want to create. And yeah, with that partnership, relationship part of the reading there, as I said, how it resonates with you. You know, sometimes things don't have to be over. You just need to spend some time coming together. You know, remember, why did I fall in love with that person? You know, there's a reason always. And if you just get back to basics, you know, and spend that time, open up some communication together and just sit down and remember with the communication, I'll say, quickly, when to avoid conflict. When you're having a conversation with a partner, especially so that you don't end up with the blame game, which is I've been in this situation many times. You avoid that. Always remember to own your own feelings. Remember, nobody can make you feel anything apart from yourself. Your thoughts create your emotions. So you therefore, of your thinking is what you're going to feel. If you feel sad, if you're thinking sad thoughts, you're going to feel sad in your emotions in your body. If you're feeling happy in your head, then you're going to feel happy in your body. You know, you can create your own emotions with your thoughts. So, you know, when you're going to like have a conversation with someone, own your feelings. Don't say, oh, you made me feel like this. This is how I felt when this happened. You know, it's a whole different way of talking to somebody, and it's bringing it back in without the blame, and then that person says, but you did this, you did that, and it's all blame and it's all just conflict and nasty. Just remember, you know, inner peace can be found, and the strength, you've got the strength to find the way. Just feel your own feelings, own your own feelings, have a really nice communication talk, you know, and trust that you, Libra, are very, very strong, and anything that you want, you can have. You know, you are deserving of love, you're deserving of abundance, you're deserving of everything in life that you want to manifest. See you next time.